Hi there, I almost called you Leo. Libra, welcome, we're here for you. This is your reading. I see you like, okay, right off the bat, you're approaching something, like it's maybe a person, it's a concept, it's a feeling, it's an emotion, and you're like, I'm nervous, I know this is a big deal, like, let's backtrack, play around. I know that I'm getting very close to like holding their hand with this discussion here. Oh my god, all right. I feel like there's a wariness here, especially if somebody here is a bit of a commitment phobe, okay, they may be feeling like, is this really happening? I'm seeing these two people walking with matching coffee cups. Intuition coming through in reverse in January. We have here confidence in February. I feel someone's going to push you into the spotlight with something where you're just going to feel like, okay, I have to like confess this, admit this, call this out. We have rejection in March. We have growth coming through in April. I'm seeing something with pearls here. Frustration coming through in May. We have flow in reverse in June. We have peace in July. We have hunger in August, passion in September. Oh my god. I'm seeing someone walking and she's wearing baby blue. That might be a very particular message here for someone. Okay, now for some of you, there is maybe a disruptive energy in the connection at a certain point. You're like, okay, we have to clear that. We have to confront it. Like, this person is sort of getting involved in how I'm able to connect to who I love. Like, you keep thinking about something, you keep thinking about someone, you keep thinking about a certain thought. It's like, I have to stop thinking about that. I'm seeing a guy riding on a bike. Here. So there's something, maybe it's like even a memory. It's like, I can't let that sort of get to me. I have to release this idea of also who I love. I'm hearing that and really just start loving that person. Wow. Okay. Some of you, maybe, it's reminding me a little bit of the Taurus reading. And interestingly, in the Taurus reading, right, we mentioned that Venus, being the ruler of Taurus, actually, and you, Libra, is in post-shadow retrograde. So there's a period of time right here in the beginning of the year 2022 where we have post-shadow and we are clearing and purging certain cycles from even years ago, 2013, 2014. So that was the last time we had Venus in Capricorn in retrograde. So I think actually had Venus in retro officially still in January 2022, and in February, March, that's when we clear with post-shadow retrograde. We work still with the post-shadow in February. And March 6th, I think, March 8th is when we clear and we move into direct. So with wealth coming through for you in March, April, for some of you, there's something you realize you really want to experience. Some of you maybe realize, like, I've been investing a lot in terms of, I feel like the idea of love, not so much the actual experience of it. And I feel you will give more to that in April with growth coming through. For some of you here, you're not wanting to focus so much on the past. Some of you maybe even want to like clear a cycle here. It's like, I don't want to get back into that. I don't want to, you have caution coming through, surrender, peace in July and August, and hunger. Some of you wanting to be vulnerable. Okay. Even in a certain space, mystery, caution, surrender. For some of you, if there is someone here on your mind that you're very much interested in, I feel like, you want to address that person, you want to show up, but you don't want to like address it within the context of the past. Like, how do we say this? Like, you kind of don't want to like get into explanations is what I'm hearing. I don't know. Take it as you will. Okay, we have sweetness in reverse, mystery upright. It's like you're maybe still, it could be in the sense like wanting to still hold your cards to your chest in some capacity. Like, I don't want to give away all of, like what I'm feeling, but I see you definitely feeling very in love there in July and August. Definitely feeling a bit on the line here as well with this love story. Some of you, even in February, I see like there's this moment where it's like, okay, it's a little bit of a test. It's like, I don't want to let this go, but I do want to kind of, work towards this conversation, but consciously, like in terms of how I am communicating what I feel and also how I communicate it. I feel like there isn't a very strong sense of management over what it is that you're feeling and how you're expressing yourself. It's like a hyper awareness of the self. I don't know if that's really serving you necessarily because, maybe you realize like, why am I doing that? Why am I hyper managing? Like, and this came through in Taurus. It's like, why am I feeling the need to like, control the way that I'm expressing myself to this person? Like, if I love them, maybe you're realizing your heart chakra is not entirely open. You're realizing the heart chakra is not entirely, I'm hearing exactly open. But I actually feel you get into conversations with people on this, and it's like, you get into a debate. It's like, well, not exactly. It's like, are you being vulnerable? I'm hearing that. Confidence coming through in February. I see 3 construction workers. They're walking by. They're wearing like orange and neon green. Okay. We have rhodonite. Now, this is the throat chakra. We got opal in reverse, heart chakra in reverse. Yeah, something is... It's like I see you wanting to like have maybe even a connection or relationship, but like without the honesty and the vulnerability, of what it is exactly that you're feeling. I'm just getting that. I have to be really honest here. It's like we all have a Libra in our chart, so see where maybe the energy is coming through for you. It's like I'm hearing I really want to have this moment with this person, but it's like I don't want to kind of say that, yeah, you're right, or I don't want to kind of say like, yeah, okay, maybe I'm not being exactly trusting. Ooh, trust coming through right then. Oh, in September. Now let's get into it. Trust upright. And then that flipped, passion upside down. So it's like, how do we have trust and passion? Some of you, it's like someone saying, listen, I mean, unless you can get vulnerable, I can't have passion with you. And this is maybe an ultimatum, even someone's bringing forth. It could be you as well bringing that ultimatum forth. Okay, if you know that it's like you're wanting this from someone, okay, unconditionally, okay, then yeah, then apply it. It may be like a cross-watcher energy, right? It may be what someone you're dealing with is experiencing. They're having trouble with a tug-of-war energy between the theme of trust and passion. For some of you, yeah, but I feel like it's like they feel like I want to give into passion or I want to give into trust. I don't know what that means for everyone, but okay, let's clear it. Now, for some of you, you realize it's like you kind of don't want to put yourself on the line, but that's not how love works. I'm hearing that. Like, you may be getting into a discussion in September with somebody about that. Even in April, you will get into a discussion about that. It's like, they're telling you, like, possibly, this is a John video, abundance. It's like, they want to really relate to you in a very, it's like the opportunity's there. But it's like, either you're not showing the passion, or you're showing the trust, and you're showing the trust, or I'm feeling pressure on my left ring finger right there, or you're showing the trust and you're like not showing the passion. Wait, we just said that. Okay, so flip it. Okay, either you're showing trust and you're not showing passion as much, and I'm seeing a little girl running here, or, and this could be something you learn, it's a learned behavior in childhood, subconsciously. I don't see you addressing this. I don't see you wanting to talk about this. I don't see, but, or again, flip it if it's not your energy. Flip it if it's not your energy. If you see that somebody else is more closed off, okay. So to having the discussion of trust and passion and where they overlap, where the lines overlap. Let's put back around. Some of you feel even someone is competitive with you, yeah, in matters of the heart, and they're not even openly acknowledging that. Some of you there's a competitive energy, yeah, stop coming through. Some of you may decide to take a break from a certain discussion because it's getting too heated. It's like it's getting too intense, and like, why are we, it's like, I cannot have passion without trust. So for some of you, let's clear it. I can't have passion without trust, yeah. So it's like, either, you're willing to be vulnerable, or we have to stop this now. And you're saying, I don't want to be in passion if you're not going to even acknowledge that trust is, So now for some of you, it's a little bit like a game. I don't really see it like someone is not trustworthy necessarily, but there's an issue with communication, definitely, okay? At least in terms of saying, like, yeah, this is something important that we need to address. For some of you here with passion and trust, it's kind of like somebody wants the cake and they want to eat it too. I almost said the egg. So for some of you, especially if you're working with someone, yeah, there's maybe a side to this where it's like they want you to sign some document. Let's clear it all the way up and all the way down, the whole entire, no. We cannot have a relationship unless we have trust. I'm hearing that. For some of you, you start to feel like somebody's not fully vulnerable with you. It's like they're not opening up completely. Maybe there's something financial. It's like you're realizing they don't trust you. It's like, or vice versa. Sadness, protection, on confidence. It's like, why are you hiding behind like all of these mechanisms for self-defense? It's like, I mean, what is this, That's in February. Then in September, for some of you, there's an ultimatum. It's like, so listen, I mean, I cannot do this unless it's like this. So with trust coming through, again, either you have passion and you diminish the sense of trust. This is how someone is seeing it. It's like, or you have trust and you diminish passion. I don't know. It's like, this is maybe even a debate you're getting. It's so very silly. I think someone, honestly, we have ghosts and creativity. Someone is saying, I'm not going to be like not knowing what we're doing here. So either you want to like, be honest about what you want to create, or I'm going to like leave the scenario behind. And I'm going to say that, you know what? Yeah, I'm hearing Leo. Leo leaves the building. Some of you may get into a conversation here, okay, like, it's, how do we say, it's a moment where it's like, okay, this is clearly not working. For some of you, somebody's even snooping in someone's phone in February. I'm seeing that. I have to be honest with what I'm seeing here. Yeah, we're channeling. It's like, I'm not going to change the message. Somebody was not trusting in February. It's like, why did you do that? Well, I felt like it was necessary. It's like, in April, we have Azurite coming through in the heart chakra. In May, we have Obsidian, third eye. Yeah, let's clear. I feel like you guys are going to have a huge conversation. Like, well, you're going to have a big conversation here in April. Miracles happen. Give the universe your clear intention. Maybe even you're working with like a psychologist even in this space. It's like, why do I feel I can't trust this person? I see you really getting, you're talking to someone about maybe like why it is that you feel you're maybe even spying on someone, possibly. Maybe you're working through even certain obsessive tendencies, so-called obsessive tendencies. How do we say? Maybe even anger management. I'm hearing that for some. Yeah, can be. Even like obsessive thinking and thoughts. It's like where you're really like even paranoid a bit about like where someone's going, what they're doing, and where the conversation is leading to possibly. Like, why do I fear that? Why do I fear, why am I always, so let's clear it. You might be working, again, even with like a past life regressionist in April. I'm hearing that as well. So for some of you, I see you getting a little more like willing and open to sort of be changeable and malleable in the way that you look at the concept of relationships, and even your thoughts about within a certain relationship in particular. It's like, why does this person trigger me so much? You're doing a lot of really deep healing work. I see that in April and May. With stay the course in reverse, you are moving in the right direction, coming through in reverse. Yeah, it's like I see you realizing I need to think about this a little more deeply. Like, I can't go on, otherwise it's going to happen again. It's like, why do I have these fears? Let's clear it on the tip of the tongue. Let's clear the energy in the throat chakra entirely. Trust what you need is there in reverse. With love, all can be accomplished. So for some of you, yeah, it's like for some of you, there's jealousy present in a loving and otherwise loving relationship, and you're wanting to purge those energies because they're not healthy. Yeah, it's not a healthy energy. So you want to maybe work on that with even a specialist. Maybe you got into a very heated conversation here with someone, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I let it get to that point. Like, I'm hearing with my own son, I'm hearing that. Breathe love into your life. It could be a metaphor. Remind yourself to breathe, number 25. And then we have walk your own journey. It is essential to stay on your own path, number 30. I see you doing a lot of self introspection, healing. You may even take time to sort of maybe even like go on a retreat on your own. I'm hearing this here in April, May. We have explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you in July, and that's sitting on peace. So for some of you, you're making sort of and it's interesting because Taurus got that energy as well around the same period. So if you do feel guided to check out that reading, you both have the ruler Venus. And again, Venus has been experiencing quite a bit as it has just gone retrograde in 2021 and into January and clearing in March. Let's clear it. There could be some, it's clearing it's still post-shadow in February. And again, it is still post-shadow as well in March. And then it clears in March. So October. Some of you here have a decision to make. With death in reverse in October, I feel like you're going to do what you're going to do because this is your karmic experience. It's your story. You make your decisions, right? We read the energy, but this is, everything is your free will. So the tarot reader cannot tell you what your decision is in terms of free will. Of course not. And I don't want to do that. No. I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know this is no tarot reader will tell you what you're going to do. So, at the end of the day, right. So Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspects of your life. And before you get into a tarot reading, you should also really think, why am I here? Right. What is the context, me with myself, my contact with myself before I allow someone else to give me their take, right? Because it's reflective. No one knows you better than you know you, and this is ultimately your intuitive experience. So before you do get into the reading, it's like, yeah, this is your intuitive also project in a way, right? This is your intuitive perspective. So and period, your intuition, period, like your understanding of what you're experiencing. So this is more like a check in with that energy. So you want to know what you feel though before you do step into a tarot reading. And yeah, again, you never make a decision based, I would say, but again, you do what you're going to do. I personally wouldn't make a decision based on a tarot reading. So we have your Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Haystack. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. So yeah, and when you consult your own intuition, that's like a reading. So, you have to say, well, I'm going to do my own reading too, Gong, an exciting event. Some of you here, someone will be coming through. It rarely requires of you to sort of say, well, I'm going to be open-minded. I'm not going to try and control the situation. It could be someone from the past. Some of you, like, maybe you took a break from someone, you're coming back, and it's like, okay, let's see, like, have things changed? Like, can we kind of get back into the mix again with what went down back there? So I'd like to pull into your 2023 Libra. Let's clear the energy and ground. I see a lot of shadow work here that you might be doing during 2022. Let's clear. Yes, either this is like you with this person. There's maybe something kind of controversial. You guys are very triggering maybe to one another from time to time. You realize that. But for some, this is a third party influence. And it's something that you just realize you don't want to give your time and your attention to anymore because it's interrupting the way that you're able to really connect with, in the spectrum of love, in the space of love, openly, freely, and open-mindedly. So let's clear the energy and ground. Let's get here into 2023. What is going on? Let's clear the energy and ground. Wow. Okay. 2023. What's going on in 2020? I'm just going to pull specific months here. Pull all the months here. Some of you have something that, yeah, you're coming up on. It's interesting, you know, there's a lot that you are looking at and you're making a decision on, is the way I'm hearing it. So take it as you will, Libra. I'm hearing Taurus. You might want to check out that reading. I'm seeing, you know, there's something that you want to be very brave with throughout the year. Let's backtrack around. There's something that you want to be gentle with, though, at the same time, with yourself. Maybe it's like, I don't want someone else to do this healing work for me. I don't want to feel that I'm dependent. Okay, I you know, how do I hold autonomy, but also so-called feel like I am vulnerable with someone, so with another person. So let's get a few charms here on who you may be dealing with. Aquarius, Cancer, Aries. It's like, I feel like someone is maybe even kind of selective with how they're expressing their love, and maybe they're realizing, like, that's not appropriate. Like, why am I being conditional? I'm only telling that person I love you if, like, they do certain things, right? I mean, this is not right. Aquarius, yeah, no, this is maybe very controlling. We have Scorpio. So it's like, we're not training dogs, right, in the love life. It's like, this is us with, like, our own love for ourselves. If we're treating someone like that, we're treating ourselves like that. And if we're still in a relationship, for whatever reason, if you feel like you cannot be in an unconditional love space with that person, then why are you with them, right? So, I mean, we have to really say it so clearly like this. Because, yeah, it's reflective of your relationship with yourself. So is it a conditional relationship? Gemini, Cancer, Capricorn. It's like, if you're feeling like someone is not doing something appropriately, and then so you end up treating them differently, you know, where's the unconditional love there? Aries, Aquarius. So for some of you, maybe you feel like, you know, you need more maybe vulnerability in that space, in the connection. We'll see you in the next